Y'all ready for a reveal? Blip. Blip. I'm not even in the right region. Fuck. That one. It's all filled in except for like a couple little spots. But yeah, we have one place left to liberate in the entire zone. So I was busy. And I imagine it's just that one, like the story one. So then once I do the story one, the whole map will just fill in like this one did. And so on. I think I came down here because oh yeah. We had resources for an upgrade. Would you like too much katana? There we go. Maximum katana achieved. Maximum tanto. So my upgrades are the most upgradey they can get on my physical character at least. What gear am I wearing? Did I switch back preemptively to Kensei? Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Just making sure because I kind of was like, what does the Wanderer outfit look like again? Because I used that when I'm Roman for obvious reasons. And I think I got 6 skill points and I guess I spewed them into the shield and trident fields. So I'm just filling out all these stances. So that's the main thing. Just did a whole bunch of foxes and what is frankly just like clearing the same encampment over and over again, but like in different places. Now the same encampment's here. Now the same encampment's here. Now the same encampment's over here. Like, I couldn't... Like, honestly, it's like, it's practically the core gameplay of the entire game is clearing an encampment, but I honestly can't remember any of them. Like, none of them stand out as like special levels. We're like, oh, here's the interesting challenge and twist that one had for us. It's just like, nah, the game has like 60 of them, and they just kind of all over the map, and they feel like some of them feel like they could be literally the same encampment again, and you wouldn't be sure. Whoa. Shadow culling. Oh, it's because it's unloading trees in that direction. When I walk this way, it loads trees, and the shadow cast from the trees goes over there. And when I walk away from the trees, it unloads them, but the shadow still is visible. That's funny. So I wandered around, and this is the one sort of unadvertised reveal of the zone, much like the other zone. How in the other zone, you went to the top of a mountain, and there was just randomly the white dye merchant. And I guess the idea, in retrospect, the idea of him being at the top of a mountain was like the heavenly... I'm full of bamboo? I guess I should sell some bamboo. But I guess the idea was like, it's like heavenly, you're at the tippy top of the whole of the place. Now here's the... So here's the white dye merchant, and that's really highlighted by the fact that we have these forests that are one of the darkest areas in the game. And in here you find the black dye merchant. I'm like, ah, they're going for a thing here, I gotcha. There's a few hints of like dark materials here and there. And then you get to this cave where the trees keep loading in and out. It's actually really distracting. It's like the most distracting iteration of that particular thing in this game so far. Because it's been there here and there, but I haven't noticed it nearly as much. I haven't actually walked in here yet. Yours looks more depressing than the other guys did.
お侍様、てっきり亡くなったのかと。まだ生きておるぞ。ここで何をしている？我が家の染めの技を残そうと思いまして、店を開きました。黒に染め上げましょう。火に焦げた木のごとし、カラスの羽のごとし、素材をお持ちくだされば喜んで染めて差し上げましょう。
Sir, I will clothe you. Would you like to be clothed? Here's the dark bow. The dark dye. Hadayori's armor, traveler's attire. What? Oh, it's not the armor I'm using right now. Okay. Kensei armor in dark. That's a good look. I'll do that. Yeah, I still need to unlock this armor, so for all I know, I'll immediately switch to this armor instead, which is like my family armor, because there's the Ghosts from the Past quest. I think we've done every character's quest in this region, so now it's a matter of just following up on Jin's main story, and then going from there. into presumably wiping out the encampments and checking out the third region. Let's see. Let's get into the light, because I can't see my character very well. The light ahead of me keeps vanishing because more trees keep getting loaded. No, the leather. Why is one button everything? More bamboo I can't pick up. That's going to actually bother me a little bit. It's like unsatisfying not being able to pick up everything when you've been doing all game. Did the sun just go down despite me for... How do I... Fuck weather. Yes, give sun. Give sun. That was my goal. It's not that bright, but we're getting there. Yeah, that's the weather changing flute, which we've had all game-ish, most of the game at this point. It just isn't particularly useful. But the specific situation where I want to look at my character differently. Change appearances. Oh, here. Oh wait, so you can see it here too. So this is the normal appearance, and here's the dark promise. Nah. Nah. It looks better in blue. It's like more, it's like, yeah. It's more interesting in blue. It's one of the things about colored dyes in a lot of games is you kind of just squish all of the appearance out. Oh, they did redesign parts of it. Like, it's not just black. He's got a bunch of golden swirls in the bottom there, and like a fur? Is that even there in the other one? The fur is there. But here my legs are striped. Like the jacket's different between the two of them. But no, this one's still more interesting actually. Oh well. I have just so many flowers. I reflexively press the wind button periodically, even when I'm not going after anything. Shit. I figured we could go after some we could try some cosmetic things as per requests. I actually don't know where the cosmetic person is. It's like the regular merchant or something? I don't know. It's probably not worth the time investment. Half the time I just want to go back to the normal stuff anyway. Just because a lot of the stuff's usually like so flashy and garish. It's like when I play MMOs and everyone has these ridiculously over-the-top mounts and I'm like, but it looks stupid and ridiculous. And then I'm like, I'm gonna ride a horse. Not a horse. Horse is too boring. Let's catch up on Mongol artifacts. The milk rack. Since fermented milk products are a staple of Mongol diet, soldiers travel with many utensils and materials for processing dairy cultures. Milk is traditionally prepared by cloth filtration, followed by storage in a large open leather sack, the kukuru. These sacks are normally suspended near the entrance of a yurt, though sometimes they're also strapped to the side of a horse's saddle, and thus agitated over the course of a day's riding. Quiver. Quivers containing upwards of 60 arrows are equipped by Mongol warriors, both on their person as well as their mounts. Archers normally bring multiple bows into battle with them. Heavier variants are favored by dismounted for dismounted use, while lighter bows are ideal for firing swiftly from horseback. Tsam. The Tsam, or masked dance, is a Tibetan Buddhist ceremony held at the beginning of each year. Considered important for exorcising evil spirits, the Mongol Empire gradually took control of Tibet in the 1240s and the 1250s. Offering plate. The Mongol people worshipped a diverse hierarchy of spirits. The highest among the pantheon are myriad gods known as Tengri. These spirits are typically only contacted by great shamans and leaders. Beneath this tier are 3 groups of ancestral spirits: Lord spirits, protector spirits, and guardian spirits, with lesser echelons beyond these. Ceremonial offerings to all of these spirits are made at communal and private shrines, and consisted of food, joss sticks, and libations. Chinese vase. Spanning 6 decades, the Mongol conquest of China began with Genghis Khan's invasion of Western Xia in 1205. China is now ruled by Kublai Khan, marking the first time in history the whole of China has been conquered and controlled by a non-native ruler. Many Chinese citizens have been conscripted into the Mongol war effort, including scholars, doctors, engineers, and anyone with valuable specialized skills. There's actually a lot of these. I've collected a fair amount, but we're actually less than halfway there still. And I'm not likely to make a ton of progress there. Because there is a mechanic where your controller vibrates when you're near a collectible, and they're presumably all in encampments or something. But your controller only vibrates when you're wearing the exploration gear. So if you're wearing the combat gear that you would likely wear while clearing an encampment, then you don't get that vibration, and so you don't really get a hint that it's nearby. If I remember correctly, that's how the mechanic worked. So we've dealt with a lot of other characters' baggage, but what about Jin? He's here to reclaim his family armor, and then it'd be really awkward if I just didn't use it, which they do kind of prime for, because like there are 2 sets of armor they have to really work for in this specific region. It's this one for killing all the bosses, and the one for killing all the, getting all the keys. Whereas this one is just served up in the main story. So I feel like players are kind of incentivized not to use it. Deaf ears. Lord Sakai instructed us to leave the village, to take refuge at Omi Monastery, but the gates are shut, and no one will answer our calls. It's as if the place is abandoned. But at night I hear whispers over the walls, prayers. The monks begging the gods to protect them from the Mongols. But if the gods won't protect them, what chance do we have? Oh, we have some more of these. Oops. Conversations with the Khan. Khotun appears to have put the events of Castle Kaneda and the liberation of Lord Shimura behind him. partly because he holds Castle Shimura, which is strategically more important to maintain control of the island. It also shields his forces in the north, who carry out orders so secret that I have not been able to discover what they might be. And I think it gives Khotun pleasure to defile the seat of the Shimura clan's power. In any event, Khotun seems confident that his enemies will exhaust themselves, fighting amongst each other and the Mongols. All he needed to do was stock up on food, supplies, and munitions, and depart for the mainland when the time is right. Old Khotun Khan wants to talk about is this ghost. Apparently Lord Shimura's nephew is half the island believing he's some sort of vengeful samurai spirit, returning from the dead to stop the Mongol invasion. Ridiculous. The young man is an upstart, supported by a band of sad misfits, if the rumors are to be believed. But Jin Sakai daily occupies Khotun's thoughts. Far more than is warranted, in my opinion. Khotun sees an opportunity to divide the people, who seem to adore the ghost. From Lord Shimura and the other samurai, I have no doubt that he can and will exploit this to his advantage.
そこで何を？
父を鳴らし、毒草の世話をさせています。毒は良いネズミよけになるのですよ。
一人ではないのだな。
志村様はご創建で。
ああ、猛虎に捕らえられていたが、お救いいたした。
ああ、どなたか他に手を貸す者は？
おるぞ、政子殿だ。
まあ、幼き頃からおの子と稽古していましたからね。
いつか司祭を聞かせてくれ。
政子様だけですか？
他には石川先生も。
もう何年も無沙汰しております。相変わらず尊大なお振る舞いなのですか？
ああ、未だにな。だが弓の腕は別格だ。
ご本人も異論ないかと。
Her entire jacket's just covered in food. Little buns.
Sakai様、お戻りで。
急ぎなのだ。ユリの世話をしてくれておるそうだな。
世話されてるのはこちらの方です。
太一や鎧を持ってきておくれ。
頼む。俺は墓に参ろう。
She's just so precious, but apparently even she can handle bandits. I'm not supposed to be following them, right? That's just supposed to be like a cute conversation that happens as I walk away. Even little, like, pork bun lady can take out the, bandits apparently and can handle threats. All outside threats really feel trivial in this game, despite the first mission making them seem crushing. It's of course kind of just the dissonance that happens in many violent games where your character's just comically dangerous.
Tamanoを消えて遠ければ 木の実昔のままにてありける。
The Yakuza games come to mind for obvious reasons. Because that game has 1 billion goons that are no threat. And then you fight your way to the guy at the top, and then he's a super threat. And it's like, why does anyone even have armies if the armies are full of people that are useless and can't do anything? And you have to do all the leaders always have to fight on their own anyway. They're always cartoonishly capable. And you always have to just accept whatever threat is coming Kiryu's way as, but yeah, it's totally a threat. This story totally has stakes. And admittedly, other people will die over the course of each game. But Kiryu will just punch his problems away, and you'll do that for like 10 games. Thankfully, that summary doesn't summarize Yakuza as a series, because they're really entertaining games. But it's not wrong either. Where? Must be inside. I just haven't found, like, the door yet, because I didn't follow the path, I guess. I'll do a bamboo strike if it's just going to be sitting around. Where is it? Here we are. I eventually realized that... I didn't realize this at first, even though maybe I should have. Each of these phrases is building. So these first 3 that I'm pressing here, when it asks me to press 5, the first 3 will be the first 3 of that 5. Then when it tells me to do 7, the first 5, the 5 I did last time will be the first 5 of that 7. So you're actually slowly building up a combo like Simon says, I guess. There we go. I do most of them on my first try, which is really satisfying because it is like a little... It's so many button presses so quickly, and you're not quite sure if you did it in time or correctly until you get the message at the end. And it's like just difficult enough that you always feel like you're gonna fuck it up this time. And so when you nail it, you're like, yeah! I did the 7 button presses in 1 second or whatever. It's easily my favorite minigame in the game, both because it's mechanically satisfying. As far as like QTEs go, it's just like a fun little like weird, like almost like rhythm game, rapid fire input thing. But it's also, it just doesn't outstay its welcome. You just pop in, do the little thing, get a really sizable reward because it increases your resolve, and you move on, like, after, like, 30 seconds of playing a fun little minigame. Whereas the foxes just wear me down, and the shrines,
Jin, 手を貸さんか。どうした？
いえ、ただめまいがしただけ。今若様がてっきり。
出てこい、卑怯者め。中へ入れ。
Or apparently immediate land attack. Let's see what the armor does. Never mind. They turned off my inventory. Right? Map, journal, techniques, collections, which that's not my inventory. Yeah, no, they turned off my inventory. They won't let me unequip it for this mission. But that means I can't look at what it does, which is my goal. Alright. Sup? Timing, apparently.
怪我はないか。
島の民よ、また槍川が面倒なことに。
槍川の反乱は二昔も前。あやつらは猛虎の手下だ。
そうでしょうとも。あのような戦いぶり、まこと恐ろしい。休ませてください。
湖の木へ参ろ
う。ええ、ぜひ。
毒草を育てていると言ったな。
ネズミよけでございます。
量を増やせば人も殺せるか。
人に使うなど。
どうなのだ。
強力な毒はひどいものです。ああ、殿。しばし座りましょう。
Don't make Granny poison someone.
堺の者は毒など使いません。
猛虎と戦った堺がいようか。使える手立ては使わねばこれ以上の犠牲は払えぬ。
猛虎が若様を変えたのですね。
この世が変わったのだ。
母から教わったのは薬草と死にすら至らしめる毒草。食べさせねばなりませんが、いかにして毒を盛るのです。
吹き針を使う。唐国の僧がある源氏の武者に伝えた武器だ。どうだユリ。
良き心を失われますな。
もちろんだ。
お生まれになる前から仕えてきた身です。断れましょうか。
まずは筒の素材がいるな。
湖の向こう岸、漁師の家のそばに足が生えているはずです。昔足を束ねて小さな船を作りましたね。
龍蔵とな、ひもすがら壇の浦の戦ごっこをしておった。
ご用心を。夜に明かりがついておりました。誰かいるはずです。
案ずるな、足を取ってすぐに戻る。
さあさあ、早く足を。
Am I just jumping in the water? I guess I will. Hit! I'm genuinely not, I don't know. Does it work that way? They're talking about poisons that you have to ingest in order to work. And then he's like, how are you gonna poison them? And they're like, a blow dart? And I'm like, wait, I don't think that works that way, does it? It's like when people talk about poisons and venoms, those are two different things. Like a venomous creature is something that strikes you and stings you and injects you with a poison, or something that, you know, something that's venomous. They inject the venom, and that's what does the damage. Whereas something that's poisonous is something that you eat and then that kills you. Or just makes you sick or whatever. Like Nightshade, or some animals that are poisonous to eat, and so on. But like a venomous thing would be like a snake striking or a spider bite or something like that. And so it seems applicable that if you're using a blow dart, you'd want venom, not poison, right? So I don't know. But maybe there are types of plants where if you shoot them with them like that, it would poison them. But it really does seem like the kind of thing that where the goal. I'm gonna get my final. Is it gonna be like a slow aim and shoot, or is it gonna be a mid combat button? Here come the guys. Do 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 do. Really? Is the AI that dumb? Does he know where I am, or is he shooting where he last saw me? Oh, he's totally doing like covering fire. Yep, I have an opportunity for a standoff again. Whoop. Wasn't going for that, I was going for just a normal headshot. What a functioning stealth system this game has. Totally AAA quality stealth here. Fuck. That was embarrassing. It really is the most rudimentary thing, and yet the whole game's like named after it, like the big struggle of like, do I compromise on my samurai ideals and use everything I need to do in order to survive? Will I be kind of a ninja? Fuck. Like, it really amounts to just like breaking line of sight or hiding in bushes. And like it seems like if you just kind of like wander out of their line of sight for a bit in a bush, they just go right, they immediately go right back to like just having no idea where you are, and then you can do chain assassinations. It's like kind of bizarre. All these people died because I needed reeds. We just see the same bushes again and again. Like in Horizon and whatnot. In some ways, like, The Last of Us 2 has some of the same, like, rudimentariness to its stealth. Like, it's not like Metal Gear Solid or Splinter Cell or whatever. But something's to be said about how, like, kind of aggressive and cunning the enemies were in The Last of Us. So the stakes were really different. You couldn't so easily evade it like this. And I played both of them on hard. God damn. I played both of them on hard mode.
Yuri.
若様、失礼いたしました。殿のことを思い出しておりました。
俺は忘れたい。
殿 なりの情があったのですよ。
もう良いだろう。吹き筒と針が揃った。あとは毒だけだ。
では参りましょう。こちらへ。薬草を育てるために作った小さな野営があります。
Jin, stop corrupting Granny. We can just stab everyone. It's easy.
も殺す強さ。
猛虎を殺せる強さにしてくれ。
若様と遠出できるとは。
馬の乗り方を教えてくれたな。あの子馬で。
若様は姿勢よく蔵にまたがって将軍様のようでした。あらあら、若様。
どうしたのだ。
若様はここで志村様を殺めかけたのですよ。
何？
確か3つか4つの頃、志村様が小太刀の扱い方を教えてくださっていたのに、若様は蝶々に夢中で。
思い出した。叔父上の目を打ったのであったな。
志村様と殿は息ができぬほど大笑いされておりました。
父上が笑ったとはな。
お母上が病になられる前は若様にも笑いかけておいででしたよ。こちらです。
Unfortunately, Jin lost his humor at birth.
ござと焚き火野宿するのか。
いろんな薬草を探す時だけです。では毒草を集めましょう。
休んでおれ。俺が積もう。
Why is there a fire here? Already lit.
種は毒です。食べないで。
子供扱いはするな。
失礼を。お母上に花を贈られましたね。
母上は綺麗に飾ってくださったな。
それで十分。こちらへお持ちください。
待たせたな。
いいえ、まず種を抜き取り実を砕きのり状にしたら針を浸します。
効き目は強いのか。
納得いただけるかと。できました。
この道で合ってるのか。ばあさんの野営がこの辺りにあるんだよ。
若様、誰か来ます。
そこにおれ。
They actively know her schedule, like her places
毒
and
の効
everything.
き目を確かめるか。
あの侍、わしらの仲間を殺し回ってる。あいつの首を取れば褒美をたんまりもらえるな。もう近いか。方角を調べてみる。このどこかだ。急げ。逃がすわけにはいかん。
That's really bad. Jin, you're making your grandma do war crimes.
案ずるな。始末はつけた。
若様は成人でいらっしゃいましたね。
俺もたまに忘れる。そろそろ屋敷に戻ろう。
その前にこの場所を片付けましょう。
あまり無理をするでないぞ。
まあ子供扱いとは。老体のできることは心得てます。
他の毒も作れるのか。
全く落ち着きのないお方、もう一つございます。 混乱と怒りを起こす毒が。しかし素材は何だったでしょう。
思い出してくれ。役に立ちそうだ。
What? I'm already so powerful. Now they're gonna give me darts that make my enemies go crazy and attack each other? So I can have them cull each other out without me even joining the fight? I already feel so wildly overpowered. Yeah, here we are.
何だったかしら。赤くて落ち葉？いえ、花びらがあったはず。あ、若様、何か召し上がります？
飯は結構だ。だが毒がいる。何から作るのか教えてくれ。
花でございます。覚えておいででしょう。私が墓所で育てていた花。
掃除したのは覚えている。父上に何度も水を汲みに行かされた。
鍛えていらっしゃったのですよ。お体と祖先を敬う心を。花を覚えていらっしゃいませんか？
彼岸花か？
そうでした。
The proud do not endure. Hey, that's the, you could call that the, you could have called the first mission of this game that. Goodbye, all the samurai.
十分な量があればネズミを狂わせるような毒を作れます。お互いを殺し合う恐ろしい毒を。
大義のためだ。人にも効く強さにしてくれ。
若様がそれほどおっしゃるなら、どこで花を詰めるかよく覚えております。行きましょう。
この森覚えがある。子供の時に来たような。
お母上の末後に
母の死を受け止めきれず、この森へ逃げてきたのだ。
お母上はここがお好きでしたから。
日暮れまでずっと母を探したが見つからず迷子になった。
3日も行方をくらませて、お父上が見つけた時は虫の息。
父上はお怒りであったな。
若様を守れなかったことへの怒りですよ。幾度も戦場に立たれたお父上があの時ばかりは一人息子を案じて度をしない。よもすがらご捜索を。もうすぐ墓所に着きます。お父上がクロードのことを聞かれたら、
叔父上のように咎めるであろう。
さようでしょうか。殿曰く志村様は頭が固すぎて本質を見極められないお方だと。殿は心が豊かでした。
心が豊か？父上が？
若様も同じでございます。
A hint that our father might have approved of my methods, despite everything. I was thinking about that title. Oop. Stop moving forward, you're supposed to hide. I was thinking about the quest name we just got, The Proud Do Not Endure, and how that summarizes the entire game, and it was kind of making me think about, like, this game has a really good premise. It really does. Like, the idea of, like, you're a member of this proud samurai order, and all that entails in the mythological sense, at least the version that people, I don't know, kind of pretend existed, basically. And you have all these ideals and honor codes and whatnot, and then they get like everyone essentially dies for using them. So I was thinking about, like, what if, like, the developers of Disco Elysium or Obsidian or someone had their hands on this premise and they made a game with this premise, like, how interesting that could be. Like, what if it was actually a mechanical thing or a story choice thing where you're torn between these two paths of this ghost and this paladin, essentially? Because, yeah, like, the samurai idea is almost like this idea of, like, playing a lawful good paladin in a D&D campaign and, like, being so restricted by a code and having such specific ideas of what's right and wrong and never compromising no matter how hard things get and so on. Whereas like there's this like chaotic good aspect of like this guerrilla warfare and like all these other aggressive underhanded tactics you can use in order to save your country and so on. And like that being torn between those two ideas and actually having to choose between them in a more meaningful way, in a way that actually is reflected by the story and the characters, maybe even like party members that think differently of you based on what path you're taking. Because like we have a variety of characters around us that are basically party members that have very different ideals about what I should and shouldn't be doing and what's okay and not okay in the situation, and also like their backgrounds and personalities and all that. And like if they all reacted differently to me based on my behavior and encouraged me down different paths, like that would really shake up this entire thing. And like have mechanical implementations for like actually having like honor to manage, like am I fighting everyone one-on-one in these suicidal duels, or am I using all these ghost tactics and whatnot? And maybe you get different story paths as a result, and yeah, then it's earned, like whether certain family members think of you certain ways, and like your character would be somebody that's like full of all this like internal conflict over like what they would want to do and not do, and I don't know. There's just a lot of ways that this could be interesting. Whereas, because its implementation in this game is relatively flat, you kind of just get reminded during cutscenes that you're in the middle of like a struggle between two ideologies, supposedly, because that's the premise, and like the script will remind you of that periodically. But I don't think any of my behavior usually has any impact on what is said in the script. So they will just keep paying lip service to the idea of the inner struggle, whether or not there's any actual evidence that I'm actually struggling with it or not. Like, if I avoided stealth the entire playthrough, I don't think the game would be actively acknowledging that. Oopsie. What did I just do?
しかし我らは規律を守ることで民の模範にならねばならん。武士の模範にもな。
猛虎が去った後、この毒は無用。すべて捨てる。
Sup? Sup? Like, what if this fuck you move I have right here was only usable if you were being completely honorable? What if you could only fill that meter via actual samurai combat and not via stealth attacks? Because instead they let me fill up my crazy melee rage combo via like poison darts. So I can stealthily take people out over the course of an entire area via stealth attacks where they have no chance of fighting back. And then I get to kill 3 people for free in a melee frenzy. But I didn't earn that by playing as a melee character well. Instead they just give it to me because I shot poison darts into people. I basically don't have to engage with the melee system all that much until I get to the next, like, boss fight, where suddenly it's the only way to play, which is also bullshit, because that's the Deus Ex problem. That's the Deus Ex problem, where it's like, oh yeah, you want to be loud and shoot everybody, or you want to be a stealthy boy in Deus Ex? Well, every boss fight's designed around combat, so fuck you! It's like the most popular way to play Deus Ex, as far as I'm aware, is basically, or at least it's the way everyone always talks about it, is like being a stealth game. And it's like you want to be sneaky and hack things and unlock doors and so on. And that's why it was such a travesty when Deus Ex Human Revolution came out and all of its boss fights required you to just basically just fight them head on in one-on-one combat, and the director's cut had to add like alternate ways to beat them that made the game feel a little better. But this game does the same thing. It doesn't really learn from the mistakes of the other games. They leave the door open for you to play the game in a variety of styles, and the story doesn't really reflect whether you're playing one style or the other, but every boss fight suddenly mandates that you have to play the game a specific way, no matter how you've been upgraded your character, or what gear you're wearing, or what your specialties are, or which parts of the game you lean towards most, and so on. And the game doesn't necessarily even justify it. Because, like, we're not, like, fighting enemy honorable samurai. So there's no reason for me to treat these particular enemies with honor. Like, I can see why you would, when it comes to, sorry, I'm bad at the names. When it comes to my favorite character, when she attacks us, I could see why we would have, like, an honorable duel against her. Because, like, an ideological battle against a fellow countryman. But like the Mongols are why we're doing all the ghost stuff in the first place, but every now and then randomly there's a Mongol that I have to fight honorably in a samurai duel for no reason. Meanwhile, the people that are Japanese are the Ronin, the Straw Hats, and they're fucking traitors. They allied with the Mongols and backstabbed us. There's no reason to give them honorable duels either. So almost every honorable duel in this game just kind of doesn't make sense, and there's no real explanation for why I can't use my bow and my shuriken and my bombs and all my cool tricks then, other than just because they wanted to force a specific scenario and not earn it. That kind of bothers me.
Ah, 彼岸花を探してよいぞ。
どうしてここで探すのです？
お主が植えたのであろう。
ああ、ここではありませんでした。はあ、久しぶりなもので、他の墓所でしょう。大場君のご一族のすぐ近くです。
We didn't even come to the right cemetery. So many people are dying, so I can collect some plants.
確か俺が6つの頃。この森の悪夢を見たことがあった。
夢ではありませんよ。怯えていらっしゃったので嘘をつきました。
まことか？男が叫んでおったな。
あの夜従者と館に戻っていたところ、賊に襲われたのです。
賊とは穏やかではないな。従者は震えておったろう。
ええ、ですが殿のお姿に。
父上になぜだ？
老頭と共に賊を追い払ったのですが、すぐさまお一人で追いかけられて、その後遠くから悲鳴が。夜明け前にお戻りになられた時は全身が血まみれ。殿をもののけと見まがう者もおったほどです。この湖に見覚えは？
よく座禅をしに来たな。
落ち着かなくて。
お前は岩になれと申したが、俺は泳ぎたくてな。は
あ、岸からの眺めは格別です。若様、こちらへ。この老体を休ませてください。
Is that the same place I got the reeds from a minute ago? Wait. It is. It's right there. I went across there. It's the... We're going... In the same couple of quests in this chain, we're already back at the same location. Is this... Oh, I don't think this is the cemetery. Yeah, the cemetery's not here, though.
この湖には良き思い出がたくさん詰まっております。
騒ぐこの相手との？
母君が若様を身ごもっていらした折、よく散歩に。
そろそろ行かねば。
元服されてもまだ岩にはなれるのですね。
また座禅に来よう。戦の後で。
ええ、若様。
This poor woman. Yeah, I briefly thought we were going back to the location of the previous quest to pick up the plants. I'm like, I could have got it then! Damn it! And then we're just kind of taking the long way around.
そろそろ墓です。
幼い頃は長い道のりだと思ったが。
Oh, I'm allowed to go faster now. Nope, all done.
なんということ。
墓を壊した上、先達の魂まで怪我しょって。
早く花をお集めください。見ておられません。
It's rather unnecessary. Being dicks about it is kind of the Mongol way so far, though.
黄泉にいる叔母上も嘆いておられよ。槍川の乱で死んだ勇士らの墓にかような仕打ちとは。
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back. We're good. The infinite-falling terrain. I almost wonder if this game was designed to not have a jump button.
これぎりしかなかった。
毒をこしらえるには十分ですが、これでお別れと思うと。
志村家の墓所が近いな。
滝の見えるところです。さあ参りましょう。
Just give her a goddamn hug. You're only mostly covered in blood. Holy shit, she just hauled ass. She's only pretending to be old.
正し様、楽しき遠出にございます。
正しと言ったか。
私が乗馬姿がそっくりですから。
父上と出かけておったのか。
馬の乗り方を教わっただけです。
待て、菅笠衆だ。
お待ちを。毒をこしらえてみましょう。
Just right now, not even like a mortar and pestle or anything?
どのような毒だ。
恐ろしいものです。人を獣に変え、仲間すらも容赦なく殺すようになります。
よし、頼んだ。急げ。
毒ができました。こちらを。
Hallucination dart. Yeah.
私はここに。
Dickhead is confused. He hurts himself in confusion. I don't think I hit him at that range. Oh, those are good targets. They're on a bridge together, so you'll see them duel. Yarg. It is I, evil kill man. Yep, they're fighting. Sir, pay attention. Wait, he just survived? Rude. Nope. Please don't shoot me with a bow. I want to use my one shot on a group of people. Fuck, I can't get upstairs. I don't want him to catch me. Need a mob of enemies to fight. Don't get hit by a random arrow, please. There we go. Sup, bro? How y'all doing? Oh, they have to be like in line of sight or it doesn't work or something. Like the little wall got in my way of my cool combo. There we go. That's enough of all of you. So at this point, even she has casually accepted the fact that Jin can just like wipe out an entire enemy encampment single-handedly. Full of like trained adult warriors. What's up? How you doing? Just keep doing this. This'll work out. Ah, several of my friends have died this exact way. Maybe I should do it too. They just didn't do it right. Oh no. Oh, she under attack by. Nope, never mind. I saw a big bad dude there. Oh, so okay, so now I just casually collect flowers. Oh, it's some of the colorful flowers I've been seeing around that I haven't been able to do anything with. Those colorful flowers are like dart ammo. I've been wondering why there's certain colorful flowers that look like you're supposed to be able to interact with them.
賊は根絶やしにしたはずでは。
賊ではない。菅笠種。龍蔵の一味だ。
なぜ龍蔵がそんなことを。
それは俺にもわからねえ。
どうしましょう。志村家の墓所が心配です。調べていただけますか。
遠慮は無用だ。見てみよう。ユリ、疲れたか？
大事ありません。あなた様と湖で過ごした日を思い出します。
何の話だ？俺ではないぞ。
大昔のことですからお忘れなのでしょう。
Was this quest not written to be full of violence? This is the best day I've had since way back then. I think you've witnessed like 50 deaths today. And like the desecration of a grave? Ah, what a beautiful day. Granny is hardcore.
若様、覚えていますか？ここに眠る志村家のご先祖を供養した後、午後には和歌を読みましたね。
ああ、覚えておるとも。
一つ読まれては。
儚き仮の宿りかな。草葉の陰に花の笑みけり。
お見事な歌です。誉れはいつか消え去り、高き者も必ず滅びる。
近江に戻ろう。
私は残ります。
言っても聞かぬか。
若様、賢くなられましたね。志村様は城に執着しすぎだと正様はおっしゃっておりました。
対馬の要だからな。
力とは山のごとく大きく不動のものだとお考えなのです、志村様は。
確かに決断が鈍れば兵は乱れるのみだ。戦の最中大将は何事にも動じず強くあらねば。
なれど滝をご覧あれ。動かざる岩はすべて水に削られる。力は我らの周りにございましょう。もう一つだけご一緒したいところがございます。また後ほど。
I swear to God, if Granny gets taken hostage. Oh, you're right. Oh no, are they suggesting she's gonna die like today or something? Oh no. %25 increase to resolve gains. That's a big one. Throw 2 additional kunai? Does that mean you throw 5 kunai? I mean, this is a farming item, and I guess I'm done farming, so I probably should switch to that. I like my kunai. Remain hidden when assassinating from grass is not bad either. Arrows are silent on impact. Am I gonna throw 5 kunai at once? I have to test this. Yes. Jesus Christ. That gear is back, so we can go back to looking at this. Sakai Armor. Moderate increase to melee damage, moderate increase to health. I don't believe you. Increase the standoff streak by 1. Winning a standoff has a 10% chance to terrify nearby enemies. Major increase to melee damage, massive increase to health, but we know that's bullshit now. Massive means like 1 centimeter in a game where real enemies do like 2 inches of damage. Increase standoff streak by 2, so you can have a standoff of 5. That's the main reason to use this armor. I don't know. I'll play out the rest of this quest wearing this armor for the sake of like the continuity, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go back to the one that just gives me more resolve. At least I can rely on resolve.